For more content like this, log on to GibboPresents.com.
It's Gibbo, and right now I'm joined by reggae dancehall Sing J and a man who is responsible for 18 years worth of hit songs. It is Mr. Vegas. Vegas, how are you?
Yo, I am blessed. Big up yourself, Gibbo.
Right now, you're promoting your 7th album, Lovers Rock and Soul, which consists solely of cover songs. So let me start by asking how, when, and why did you come up with this concept?
Well, this album basically, it takes me back to where I started doing music, of course. Because I grew up on singing on sound system. I remember the first time I went on a sound system to sing. It was, There's Nothing Better Than Love by Luther Vandross and Gregory Hines, and the place went crazy. So it's like revisiting my past, and of course growing up and having like Sanchez as your idol, and Leroy Gibbons and these great artists, Then of course, I just wanted to do an album where people could really see that Mr. Vegas is not just a broke it down or a party turn up type of artist. Mr. Vegas can actually, give off a good vocal,
How did you decide which songs you were going to cover? Did you just choose your favorite songs, or was there more to it than that?
But first of all, you have to make sure when you're doing a cover song, hopefully I did that, you have to make sure that it doesn't sound cabaret, You have to make sure that it doesn't come off cheesy. You have to make sure that, and some people are still going to think that of some songs, but we try to do our best. That's why we link with the great producers, we link with Clevie and, these producers that we know have a good ear to the music. So we just have to make sure that the album doesn't sound, like we're trying to be like Luther Vandross, or like we're trying to be like, any other artist on the album. We just basically made it a Mr. Vegas vibe, and we did them on like some of the songs on Studio One beats, to give it that old school feel.
The list of artists whose songs you have covered is pretty diverse, from Ed Sheeran to Alton Ellis and Chris de Burgh. Was this intentional to make the albums appeal as wide as possible?
Of course, and I wanted the album to be a sing-along. People already knew these songs. People already know these songs. So I want to be able to perform on concerts with Beres Hammond and, Tarrus Riley and these artists. I want to be able to perform on Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and Father's Day at these events, because, being a dancehall artist, a lot of the times people overlook you when it comes down to certain occasions and certain festivals and stuff like that, because they just think that all dancehall artists, is just about daggering, guns and bun this and bun that and so forth. So people, just the word dancehall sometimes is like a bad word. So we just want to have a career where people can see us. And when we get on these platforms, we want to be able to show the people that, even though we're a dancehall artist, but we're versatile enough to be on this platform.
I read a quote from you commenting on the album, and you said, "I chose to recreate versions of songs that are already known on an international scale, aiming to create a large audience for both myself and reggae music." Is that your main goal with the release, to increase your fan base and the fan base of reggae music?
Of course. And if you check the history of our music, if you check a lot of Ken Booth songs and a lot of the songs that we sing along to every day, when you hear the original, sometimes you're surprised that these songs are actually covers. A lot of the Rocksteady songs, a lot of the Studio One catalog, are covers. So it's a part of our culture. Cover songs has been a part of our culture. People love to sing along to them. It's now that everyone has TV and everyone has internet and stuff like that, where people get to see and know a song before it reaches, our audience. But before, people used to, I used to think a lot of songs that I'm singing to were original songs. When I did I'm a Little Love, I thought A Little Love was an original song. And when I researched it with Clevie, I was like, whoa. And I listened to the original and I was like, whoa. So it has been something, in our culture for years. I just think this is an opportunity for myself to be able to go and sing on a platform where people can actually sing along with Vegas singing in a reggae style.
In the future, can you see yourself releasing more albums like this with a theme or a concept, or will you wait to see how this one does first?
If you look at my career over the years, Gibbo, it has not been predictable. Sometimes it might just be a spiritual vibe with like a I am blessed and, like them vibe. Another time it might be like a broke it down song. Another time it might be a sweet Jamaica, type of vibe. So it's very not predictable with myself. I just do music to basically fit in. Sometimes I see a space, like I think there's a space now, for Lovers Rock, based on the success of the Ed Sheeran when I did the Ed Sheeran on the Love Bomb Rhythm, and I saw, how people reacted to that. So I said, you know what, let me just give them a whole album.
I want to ask you about MV Corner, your very popular feature on social media where you open up and give your opinion on a wide variety of topics. When you record the videos, do you ever plan or think about what you're going to say first, or do you just press record and then freestyle?
No, sometimes something is in the air. Sometimes something is in the air, and basically I'm just giving my take on it. And I think sometimes people, get carried away because, people think that I should not have an opinion. Everyone are entitled to their opinion, but as soon as Mr. Vegas, has an opinion, then it's hell break loose. Worst, if I point out something that some people see it as, you're calling someone's name, but sometimes it's just the hard truth. My platform basically, I point out to pedophiles, I point out to rapists, I point out to abusers, I point out to all different type of things. I told people, I've hit a woman before. And it's not a good feeling when you have to go sleep with her because, you hit someone and then it seems like, it just feels like, it just doesn't feel good. The love is, you don't feel that love from her anymore. So I, at the same time, I'm not just pointing fingers at abusers and say, yo, you all are wicked people and you're for dead and rare. I actually tell people that, I did it before. So if I can come to my sense and say, I come to myself and say, you know what? Hitting a woman does not feel good. It does feel like she's in a prison. You feel like you trapped her in a prison and she's now, basically you're treating her like you're a guard and she's a prisoner. So, it's not just pointing fingers at people. And sometimes I say stuff about the industry that people get offended to, and a lot of people, sometimes I don't even have to call names. People start grabbing and say, yo, it's me, man. I see like 10 people at one point fighting over a comment I made. Like everyone was like, it's me, Matak, it's me, Matak, it's me. Like I just wanted to put them in a room and say, you know what, anyone win this boxing match, take the credit.
Not too long ago, in one of your MV Corner videos, you spoke about how Vybz Kartel made you change your approach when it came to voicing on rhythms so that your cut stands out and that you have the #1 song on a rhythm. Could you go into a bit more detail about this? Was there a breakthrough moment when you decided you were going to go about things differently?
It's not even just Vybz Kartel. I've been doing this for the past 17 years, voicing on beats with the top of the tops. When Mr. Vegas got his break, people said, sing Jay, even though I see myself as a singer, because I don't think I'm doing anything different from what Tennessee did, or what Half Pint did, or what Barrington Levy did, because it's just that they were doing it on slower beat. I'm actually, doing it on up-tempo dancehall beat, but if you listen, Ed's I kill them with the no, if you put that on a rubber dub beat, it might sound like, oh, he's really singing. So I've been putting my best effort forward since day one, because I know I cannot go on a beat where the great Beanie Man is on and the great Bounty Killer, and then I'm going to go like just regular. I have to go find a concept. I have to find something to sing about where people is gonna be like, yo, you hear what I say? Or yeah man, me can relate to that, you know. So when Vibes Cartel, when I know Vibes Cartel is on a beat, or I know the producer is gonna Vibes Cartel on a beat, and I know how the business is these days where Vibes Cartel, you know, is the man. Him get all the praise and all the stuff, which is, you know, which is right. I have to put my best effort forward. I cannot go on a beat and just go regular and just sing about, yeah man, that girl look good and that girl hot, and you know, so me want to meet around the block. I can't do that. I have to go on the beat and I have to say, give thanks alive. Everybody want to give thanks alive. You understand me? I say, I go on a beat for just us, and I say, what me I go sing about on this beat to be different from every artist that's going to be on the beat? I sing about my dog them. Some man really like my puppy them. You know, and if you check it out in reality, your dog them sometimes more real than even some people around you, because them appreciate every time you feed them, them just get, and when you come through the gate, them just jump up and get crazy, and them will defend you too.
If I could quickly touch on the recent incident with Red Rat that took place at Irie Jam Radio's anniversary in New York. Right. You, of course, posted a video afterwards online commenting on the situation, and then he responded with a video of his own. Is there anything you would like to respond to or address that he said in his video or that he said in interviews since?
Listen, I personally, you know, because Vegas is a person that is very outspoken, you know, someone just have to say something for the people that are already have a bad frame of mind about Vegas to just run with it. So there is nothing that I can say to let someone who don't like Vegas gonna suddenly start liking Vegas. There's nothing that's gonna change a hater's mind to say, okay, I like him now. Because they want things to fuel their ways. Now, there's stuff that people don't know about. We can always continue this and say, I'm going to make a video, he's going to make a video, I'm going to make a video, he's going to make a video, I'm going to say something, he's going to say something. But the facts are there. The facts are there if people want to know what really happened. In 2007, I was singing on the same show, the same concert, and this is the first time me and this guy ever had any form of exchange of words or harsh exchange of words backstage. The first time and the only time before this incident, me and this guy ever come close to like cussing at each other, you know, because I'm backstage and this guy walked past me backstage and he went on stage. Again, he was not built for the show. And next thing I hear the guy on stage singing Heads High. I'm like, I'm standing right here. Why would you be on stage singing Heads High and you know I'm on the show? Worst, I'm going to perform next. So we tussled backstage and that is said and that is done. And I done with it. For this to be continuing years after, but nobody, if people want to know about that, they can go look it up. You can go look up Irie Jam and you can see that footage for yourself that he was on stage singing Heads High and what I did. I didn't make it a big issue. I just said, leave it alone. I went to Orlando again. The man did the same thing. I said, you know what? Leave it alone. Some artists would have fight. Some artists would have thump him 9 months. Some artists would have cast a big ruckus. I left it alone. Now I'm on this Irie Jam. I see Spragga Benz run up. I see Assassin run up. I saw him run up. He's not built for the show. So I said, Bam Rush go on, you know, Bam Rush in dancehall. Everybody run up and doing just punchlines because the venue is about to close. So I run up and I, you know, start give him a vibe and hope say, when I reach for the mic, him just let us do tune after tune and mash up the place. He thought otherwise. He said all kind of things. He said, I saw him on a truck 3 years ago and I told him that I took away his friend girl, and I've never been on a truck with that girl in the first place. That he said I came on a truck with a girl. I've not been on the Parkway in 5 years. In 5 years, I've not been on the Parkway. Go do the research yourself. You can see that I was in Europe 2011, 2012, 2013, when the Parkway is going on. So I know, it no matter how much time I try to address it, what I say to people, if you don't like Vegas, that's not going to change your opinion about Vegas. If he comes out and he think he can say something like that, and you can run with it, and you can say, okay, now me see why him do that. Well, fine with you. But all I know that it was uncalled for. It was not in the good spirit of dancehall. It could have easily triggered into me kick him off of the stage, and me and him kick off, and me and him fight, and people that say, yo, them dancehall artists there, I saw them stay, them not have no behavior, them are dirty people. I thought I did the right thing by just holding a level head and come and made a video and say, people, you see what go on, but at the end of the day, make level head prevail. People look at it how they want to look at it. I cannot go on and on and on. I just hoped that he would have find 2 bad songs, because if he did find 2 bad songs, give up. Me have to go find a bad song too. I would have to go answer him. I couldn't be like a Meek Mill and just dead. I would have, if this man had find 2 bad songs, and because that is the spirit of dancehall too, you know. Christmas a come, the people them gonna want a little entertainment. I hear Mr. Vegas and this youth here, who is from them time there, with some new fresh lyrics going at it, but all we doing is making videos. Nobody no want to see no videos no more. Nobody no want to hear about this story no more. We are just trying to just drag it on and on and on until people just get tired of it and no want to see no way.
Lastly, before I let you go, Vegas, I know there's been an ongoing dispute between yourself and VP Records. Have you got any updates on the situation? Have you managed to resolve things as of yet?
VP Records are just bad for... VP Records is just bad for the whole business of dancehall and reggae music. They're just very, very bad with the way they handle business. The most I can do is educate the artists and the producers to be careful of what you're getting yourself into. Somebody has to stand up. Everybody can't just be behind the scene talking. That is the problem we have in our culture. A lot of people talk shit behind the scene, but who is coming forward? You speak to every one of these producers, every one of these artists. They can't give you a good, impression about VP. What VP does, they do things that they know they can get away with. Because they know when they bought green sleeves, artists would have to get a lawyer in England to fight their case, which would be very expensive. So what the hell they do? They take advantage of that situation. Now the artists have an opportunity to come together and go at VP and get what is right. Bob Marley estate is still running because Bob Marley took care of his business, and Bob Marley kids, you have to give them whole heap of props. If you sell a Bob Marley t-shirt without consent, you get sued. So I'm not gonna let, if I should pass away, my kids suffer because VP controls everything and pay them what they feel to pay them when they feel to pay them. If I'm alive and they're trying to give me a piece of my money and a little piece of my money and talking shit about titles are mixed up and come on, you're the publisher. That is your job to sort out the titles, not your job to hold on to my money. So it is what it is. I speak openly about these things, and if artists don't want to listen and they want to continue doing business with these people that does bad business, well, it's up to them. All you can say, Mr. Vegas warned you.
Love is Rock and Soul, the brand new album from Mr. Vegas. Make sure you go and check it out. There's something for everyone on there, no matter your musical preference. Vegas, thanks a lot.
Big up yourself.
Gibbo presents